Hey everyone, I'm Benny. I'm a consultant at the Profs, and I've had deep work experience across tech and AI in particular. So I've worked for the likes of Uber and Virgin, and currently I'm doing my master's at the Uni of Oxford as an academic scholar, looking at both AI education and AI ethics. So I have quite varied experience and deep knowledge on the area. And today we're looking at the top tips for how to break into the AI industry and tech in general without necessarily having a tech degree or background. So the first thing to understand about breaking into tech without a tech background is similar to what I've said before about doing the work and the research. Tech is broad. Tech has different variants and tech means different things. And also tech comes in different flavors and different shapes and forms. So breaking into tech doesn't mean you need necessarily to do software engineering or have really deep coding skills. You can come into tech from a sales background. You can come into tech from a finance background. You can come into tech from a design background. So really understanding the whole ecosystem of technology. It doesn't just mean coding. It doesn't mean you with your headphones on, back hunched over, coding away. It can mean all kinds of different skill sets, which you might actually have, and also how you can actually be able to add value. So when you're thinking about breaking into tech, don't be scared by the lack of not having deep coding skills. Really take a step back and think about a tech company. What are the different areas that it has? Any business will have a sales business. It needs to sell a product. Most businesses that are in tech are software businesses. They have something that people interact with. So for that, you need really good design. Tech businesses have a operation background. Operation department, where they need people to move things along from A to B to C, etc. They also need a financial department. So these are ways in which you can leverage what you've done before to break into tech and do so in a way whereby you don't necessarily need to have a coding background, a tech background, or computer science background. So tip number one is do the research, understand the different departments and different areas of tech, and then see how you can get your foot into the door, whether that be via sales, whether that be via finance, operations, or design. Point number two, when it comes to breaking into tech, is being able to network widely. So networking, again, has a bad reputation where you simply randomly add people on LinkedIn, and then as soon as they accept, you tell them to refer you, and then that's job done. The kind of transactional way of doing networking really does not work in the tech industry. If you don't have the tech background, you're slightly at a disadvantage. But when it comes to LinkedIn, you're all very much in level playing field. So once you sorted out your online presence and you start to reach out to people on LinkedIn via networking, do more than just a simple connection request and, hey, can I have a reference or can I have a referral? Actually understand the individuals, ask them about what they do, ask them their journey, tell them about who you are, tell them about where you're currently at, and be very honest. Say, I don't have a tech background. What can I do? What can I look at? What can I read? Who can I speak to so that I can be in a position to understand a bit more about what you do? You'd be very surprised how many people actually are responsive and how many people have probably been in your shoes and are happy to help. So when you go and network, do so in a way that is human. Reach out to people, have a conversation. Don't simply add random people and then ask for a referral once they've accepted your request. On top of that, whilst you're online, make sure you follow and read from people who work in the industry. Be knowledgeable of the conversations and the discussions happening in that space. Again, you don't have a tech background, so you need to do a bit more than people that have the sort of hard skills that these companies are looking for. So be knowledgeable in the area, be able to speak about current topics, follow thought leaders and engage with them, add comments or like their statuses. Just surround yourself in a space in which you want to get into. Tip number three, when it comes into breaking into tech without necessarily having a tech background, and this is one that I really love and one that I think is something that anyone can do, is to play around with the tech. So I worked in AI, I worked at Uber, I worked at Virgin, compared the market, and I used a lot of the products. So I used the Uber app. I was able to see what works well, what doesn't. The design is intuitive, it's too dark, it's too light, there's too many things popping up. Simply being able to articulate the product in a language that someone in tech might understand or are used to dealing with, it's something that will set you apart. So whenever you can, if you want to work for a tech company, where that be one that is consumer facing, such as an app, play around with it. Be able to unpack it, be able to see what works well and what doesn't. How would you improve it? From doing so, you really start to understand the thought processes that people working in tech go through to build a product for you. And if you want to work into the AI space, again, use the AI products. So how does ChatGPT work? How does Gemini work? How does Claude work? How do I generate a response? How does it create all these points? Or how does it even generate text? What does generated text mean? If I change this, what happens? Those are the very, very first things that puts you on a journey to start to really unpick and unpack the tech tools. Once you start to do that, it puts you above most people, and then you start to then ask the right questions to the thought leaders that you're following. So key point here is play around with the tech, play around with the apps, play around with AI models and AI tools, and become really proficient in using them. And one more point to add on top of the AI stuff is to actually be able to make products from them, or be able to build on your ideas to make something tangible. If you want to, I had a friend of mine who came from a music background, and she really loved Spotify. She thought it was amazing, but her background was music. Spotify was a tech company. She was able to build a Spotify for classical music. And she did that by using the recent tools like Lovable, or these tools where you can make an app in seconds. She spent a weekend understanding how they work, and she was able to show to her interviewers what she made. And this is someone that hasn't got any sort of hard coding skills. It's someone that was able to just think outside the box and use the tools. Yeah, the final point is to join communities, join groups, and engage in the group activities. By groups, I mean you're going to find online communities, WhatsApp groups of people in your shoes, people who are switching industries, people that are looking to break into tech. Engage with them, ask questions, do meetups, see where your skills are lacking, see where they might complement what you know, and how you can maybe give back to each other, and use them as a support system. You're going to go through various rounds of interviews. Some will work out, some might not work out. And these online groups become really, really powerful and useful. But it's really on you to cultivate the relationships, to find the groups, to be active in the groups, and to also be able to absorb the knowledge that you gain from these groups. In doing so, again, it puts you in that space where people will start to throw out opportunities that they come across. People will start to give you feedback on your interviewing technique. People will start to give you insights on recent news or different softwares that they're using. That only really comes from you taking the initiative to join those groups and be active. If you like the content that you've just seen, please like, subscribe, and share this to any friends that you might know. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. And if you like one-to-one admissions consulting or tutoring with the profs, the information on how to do so is on the screen. And last but not least, best of luck with your studies and any applications you might have in the future.